Existential nihilism and the feeling of a meaningless life. Your life, you may feel as meaningless, but you have to create meaning. That's the entire purpose of nihilism. And I'm not saying I'm 100% nihilist or anything like that. I'm not like, oh, my friends are dead, take me to the end. No, nothing like that. But the simple fact of hey, let's take a look at things, and you start to realize, okay, so we're the only species, and we're the only species that is able to talk. We can make all kinds of weird shit at the store. Japan, you're weird, alright? Entirely, but I fuck with it. All the garbage cans, we take our garbage out, we're organized, we make roads, we paint the roads on the asphalt that we make. There's street signs, cars. How does a car work? It is very intricate. How do we figure all that out? And then say a dolphin's smarter than us. You're retarded, okay? You see, that everyone is always, you can either believe in God or don't, basically. And if you don't believe in God, even if you're raised in a Christian household, let's say, I align with some of the values, and I think everyone deep down does. I mean, you want to be a decent person, but you understand that you cannot be perfect. That is the entire lesson of Christianity. You are bad, but you can be forgiven. That's it. You are imperfect, and you can be forgiven, right? Okay, that's a good concept, but I just don't believe in the stories. Now, I can agree with the stories, but I think they're fiction. So, let's say I could watch a Star Wars movie, or I could watch Breaking Bad, or I can watch Peaky Blinders, and go, yeah, that's a good mantra to have. That's a good ideal to have. But I understand that it's a piece of fiction. And, and that's it. So that's where the meaning stops. But for me, it means much more because it's about the ideal behind it. So I don't really care that the Bible may or may not be true, as long as the ideals are valuable. And I would say that they are valuable. Do I align with all of them? No, I can't guarantee that I haven't read through the Bible and went, yep. I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to. But every time I think about reading the Bible, I come across some guy that uses religion as a shield. Uses religion to justify himself. It's always a guy or maybe a woman or whatever. But two, 3 times now it's been a guy. And I'll talk to them, the grumpy old guy. And he's grumpy, he's mean, he's not very nice to me. And then all of a sudden, he starts talking about, have a blessed day, God bless you. What? You have values? I ain't see them. So, you're just gonna go around life shit-talking people, like just being rude, being a grumpy ass dude, pissing off everybody around you, making everyone's day slightly worse, and then proceed to go, God bless, and then fin a dip. That's fucking crazy. Those people that use God as a shield just disgust me. They really do. Because I have been in church quite a bit. And I would say that the community with the church is very good for a person. If you're lonely and you need people around you, church is where you go. I mean, wherever you go, they're going to be there for you. In any time of need, anything like that, church people are good. They definitely look out for their own. And it's all about volunteering your time to the church and to others. And I think that stuck with me along my entire childhood, I would say. Now, that being said, there are some people, like I was saying, they'll actually justify doing something bad in the name of God. Like, let's say, if I take away someone else's liberties and their freedoms and their rights because God said so, that's despicable. So when we're trying to pass laws and stuff, am I going to go pro-choice or pro-life? I would say pro-choice. Because here's the thing. If you never want to get an abortion, you are perfectly fine not getting that abortion. That's okay. And then if you are perfectly fine wanting to have the option of abortion, that's perfectly fine. That's called freedom of choice. I like choice. I like freedom of choice. And it's not my place to talk about any of it. But at the end of the day, freedom of choice allows everyone to have an option. And quite honestly, a kid growing up not wanted, whether or not he's adopted or, he's looked after for his parents that have no money, I would say that sparing a kid a shitty life may be better. Hell, maybe they have another kid later, 2 years from now, where they have a little bit more money, they have a little bit more time, and maybe their relationship is a little bit better so that they can raise a kid properly. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't think anyone should. When you take the emotion out of it and you make it as strictly as mathematical as possible, you go, good life, bad life for kid, raising an environment. Well, if he's in a foster home, foster kids are always screwed up. They are, because you're not having real parents. And if you have adopted parents, that's great, but that's always going to loom over your head. And it's always going to loom. You're always going to be thinking, oh man, I'm an adopted kid. My adopted parents love me, but my other parents, I don't know. I don't know what happened to them, And when you don't have an identity like that, it's very hard to see a goal, a future in mind. And that's what gets back to meaningless of life. So if you're an atheist, and maybe you're 18 years old, and you're a senior in high school, maybe you're a junior in high school, and you got to choose a major right now. You got to get prereqs in. You got to start in your associates and everything like that. I would say that I was an adult at 16. I could drive, and I could start school. I was doing junior year, I started college. I was doing college classes online and working full time at the age of 16. I don't know how I got around that, but I did. Found a little small clinic to work at. I was working at a vet clinic. I'd go home, I'd do some homework, and I'd go to my one vet class that I had to do. Other than that, everything was online. And this is during COVID too, so it's very advantageous for me. But yeah, I missed out on my entire high school education. I missed out on my associates. I missed out on my bachelor's and now my master's. I have been 100% online ever since. I did some mixed mode classes here and there, but for the most part, everything went to online. It's more efficient for my life. An hour worth of classwork versus an hour worth of driving to class, then going to class, spending 3 hours in a lecture, then drive an hour back from UCF, and then finally do some homework. and take your quiz that you couldn't do at class. So all of the work that you have to do at home, you have to do at home. But now you just have to go to class. In-person classes at college is stupid. But let's get back to it. Finding the meaning of life. If you're 18 years old and you are struggling, you're trying to figure stuff out, and you may think that life is meaningless, own it. If you own the fact that life may not have no meaning, we might be just animals with chemicals in our brains saying, fuck, eat, sleep, and do it again. That might be our only purpose in existence. Except, go, okay, I'm a human. We strive for change. We strive for knowledge. We strive for development for the future. Okay, so I'm going to be an inventor. Or I'm going to pursue a career to make money so I can have more fucking eating and sleeping. If you have more money, you don't have to be awake at all hours of the day. You get to go home and turn on your red light room with blackout curtains and a blindfold and soft soothing music to go to sleep, to get your 8.5 hours of perfect high quality sleep. You can do that when you're rich as fuck. When you're broke as fuck, you get 6 hours of sleep and then get back to work. So money is everything. And don't be obsessed with money because there's other things. But a rich as shit person, they just have to control themselves. They just have to control themselves from the paparazzi, the drugs, the alcohol, the cheating on their 10 wives with the 11th wife. I mean, that's all it is self-control. When you have so much power and so much money, it's self-control over your life. But outside of that, if you're not a material girl, okay, you gotta enjoy life for what it is. Whether or not it's meaningless. It could be meaningless, it could be meaningful. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm doing right now in my pursuit in my life, where I'm trying to be philosophical, I'm trying to learn about life for what it is, I'm trying to help others when I can, I'm trying to be a positive impact on the world, regardless of anything else. I don't know if that's going to be good for me when I go away. I don't know if when I die, it's just black. That's it. Done. Life over. Game over. There's nothing at the end. No rainbow. No pot of gold. Nothing. So that would be pretty sad. But if you accept that and you say, what if? What if it's just blackness when you die? Well, I gotta make sure to make this shit count. You gotta make this count. I mean, if you're not striving for change, striving for things to do in your life and keeping yourself busy, this is gonna loom over you. So I implore you to go do something. Keep yourself busy until the last day you die. Or, yeah, you don't die once, you die twice. I don't know. Fuck it. But yeah, you should strive for more. Get greedy. Get greedy, get busy. Just push yourself. And maybe you'll come up with your own meaning. I want to make people laugh. Okay, be a comedian. Boom, that's your meaning in life. That's your entire goal. And I wouldn't structure anything like that because, well, what if you're not very fucking funny? Then you're cooked. Then you're fucked. I mean, because then your life is shit, right? If you want to say, I want to make a bunch of money, and you're broke as fuck, your life is shit, you want to die, That's not a way to live. So you got to branch out and say, I have more money than others. I'm doing well for myself. I'm slightly funny. I have a good head on my shoulders. I feel like I'm very reasonable. Okay? I'm nice to others. I think being nice and kind to our fellow peers is important. Those are good values. They're complex. They have variety. And that's a good thing. You want complex variety in your life, because without variety, you're going to get lost. So don't obsess over one thing. That's the problem when I was 18, is that all I know was school. So me going from high school to college was very stressful. You start freaking out in your head. You're like, well, what if I don't do it? What if I don't do this right? And all this stuff. I mean, it's very overwhelming at times. And I understand. It was for me too. But just know it's a lot easier than you think it is. So all this stress around you, don't give up on it. Don't get me wrong. Don't just say, fuck it. Don't say fuck it. But say, fuck it, I'm gonna get this shit done. Fuck it, let's do this. Fuck it, this is easy. That's what you want to say to yourself. So when you're doing college applications and you're going, fuck it, there's no way I'm gonna make this. Yes, you will. You got this, bro. Life is not that hard. You just gotta find your way through it. Find your way how to tack it. You haven't been 18 before, or 19, or whatever age you're at. You haven't done this before, so you're freaking out. But once you do it, you find out it's fucking easy. We're living life on easy mode. You gotta work for it, bro. And your working for it is easy. Going to a 9-to-5 job or working 40 hours a week is easy. You have 60 hours out of the week left over after work. 10 hours of that week you're spending at the gym, okay? So then you got 30 left. Probably 5 of that's driving. You got 25 hours left in the week. You have 25 hours left. You could play video games, go out on dates, go fuck. I don't know. I don't know if you're a player like that. But yeah, you have options. You can do stuff. So just stay busy, bro. And talk about it. Hang out with friends. Hang out with family. Get a bigger family. That right there is the meaning of life. And I really think that if you have nothing else, you've got to have that. Have friends, have family. If you don't have friends and family, find family. Find friends. And you'll get them eventually, bro. For sure. And then from there, do some stuff that you're able to talk to them about. Hey, I did this the other day. Oh, I've been pretty accomplished at my job. Hey, I've been doing this in my career. Oh, I got to go to a concert the other day. Oh yeah, there's this new video game I've been playing. It's called blah, blah, blah. That right there, that's the meaning of life. Stay busy. Tell other people about how you stay busy. And then they tell you how they're staying busy. And that's what we do. Just stay active. But don't idle yourself. Don't give up on it. As long as you don't give up on it, you'll be alright. For sure. So don't give up. Believe in it. Believe in yourself. And find your own path. You might get lost along the way, but that's alright. Just keep striving for greatness. Alright. I'll catch you later. See ya.